Okay, so I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on how to fix a patch in an airbed. Nice and simple. This is a velveteen airbed, so it's got the fluff on the top. You just have to do it a little bit different when you put the glue down. Here is the hole we're going to be repairing. See that little split there? And it's just a little bit wet at the moment, so we'll just wait for it to dry. I wet it all down in order to find the hole. In order to find a hole in a mattress like this, you just need to wet it all down. There's another one over here. It's got a hole in it as well, so I've just wet it all down in order to find the hole. And once you've found it, you can then mark it, dry it totally off, and then put a patch on. Now you can see the patches down underneath here. For a velveteen, you do need something with glue as well. And I'm going to cut that. I don't want it that big, but it's very important when you cut it that you cut it in a round shape so there's no corners. The corners will tend to peel and bring it off. Okay, so here we go. I've cut out a circle within the circles. It was just too big, what was there. And now I'm going to open the tube, and the new tube will come sealed, but in the top here there's a little piercing piece, and you can turn that over. Trying to do it one-handed. Turn that over and pierce that. Give it a bit of a turn, and it's now open. And there's no tube on this, no nozzle. Whoa, that's rather awkward. Put it out like that. And what we have to do with the velveteen is scrape this into actually the material. It's a little bit hard one-handed, but you can't just sit it on the surface. You need to scrape it right into that fluffy velveteen material, so it gets right in. And I'm not going to worry if there's a bit of glue coming outside the circle, because it's going to need that as well. And then very quickly I'm also going to glue the back of the circle. Put that up there to try and contain how much glue comes out and where it goes. It's a warm day today, so glue is a-running. So I'm just going to spread that out on there. But don't hold back on the glue. It is better to make a bit of a mess than to try and get this perfect without any glue coming out, because it needs to hang on. That glue's just coming out like water. Okay, rubbing it all in, keeping centered on the actual puncher. Sorry about the camera work, gotta look what I'm doing. Okay, and then we put the patch on. Most important that it goes down over the center, like that. Press it down flat. And what I'm going to do is put a weight on that to press it down, and then I'll come back, and if there's any raised edges I will put a bit more glue on. But that's how you glue the velveteen type mattress. The main thing is you can't just put the liquid on. You have to get a stick, an isopole stick, or a piece of plastic like I used, or something to brush it in so the glue gets right down into the felt and holds the whole lot. So this is the supplied patch that came with the kit. But I've been holding this here for a couple of minutes now, and have a look at what happens if you want to let it go. All it wants to do is peel off. So can't say I'm exactly impressed with the patch. What I'm going to do though is get a little bit of good quality masking tape, not masking tape, like duct tape or 100-mile-an-hour tape, material tape, and put another patch of glue down and stick it down and see if I can't get it to hold. But this coiling up like it's doing is utterly useless. Okay, so this is Gorilla Tape, and I am just going to cut it into a circle. Again, you don't want corners. And I mean, a lot of people, if a smooth airbed can actually be patched quite well with this stuff without any glue, but not a velveteen. We need it to be round, and we need glue. otherwise it won't repair. Okay, here we go again. There's the hole, the original hole. Put down a good amount of glue, and I'm going to put the tape down right over the top of all of that. I'm just going to hold that down for a bit. Okay, so there we go. That worked way much better using the Gorilla Tape. It's not peeling up like the piece of vinyl was. So I'll let that dry down a little bit, and then bring some more up under the edges and see how it goes. Here is the patch when it dried, and it's come up absolutely perfect. The little bit of tape has worked so much better than a little bit of vinyl, and it's also a little bit thinner. So good job. Once it dried, I just put a little bit more glue around the edge and wiped it underneath, and now, as you can see, it's really stuck well all the way around. Okay, so now we're back from a couple of nights camping that's had a sleeping bag on it, rubbing around, scrubbing and everything else, and happy to report 2 nights sleeping, absolutely wonderful. The patch performed perfectly. It hasn't come up, didn't leak any air at all. 2 nights, not pumped up. So there's your answer, Gorilla Tape with a little bit of glue in the middle. When you got velveteen, even without, you can actually repair things with the Gorilla Tape without any glue at all. But with glue, it's going to be an absolutely brilliant option.